This will be the last video for this week. This one is going to review meiosis and also compare mitosis and meiosis. I've already gone through the stages of meiosis in a previous video, but let's just talk about the main points, the most important features of meiosis. The first one is that there is a reduction of chromosome number. So that means by the end of meiosis, the original chromosome number has been cut in half. And so this is because meiosis is making sex cells, and we need those sex cells to have half of the chromosomes, because when they get fertilized, that will restore the full number. So here, for example, it's talking about a sperm cell having half of the chromosomes, and that number for us is 23. And so a sperm cell will have 23 chromosomes. Then when it unites with an egg cell, which also has 23 chromosomes, that will restore to the full chromosome number, which is 46. So that's a big deal about meiosis. The other big deal is the shuffling of genes, so that new combinations exist that are different from the parents. This ensures genetic variation of the offspring, and those 4 new cells that are the products of meiosis are all different from each other and also all different from the parent cell. So this ensures our offspring have new genetic combinations different from the parents. Okay, this picture goes over the stages of meiosis, goes through all 8 of them, and it shows in a little more detail now. This will look better in your book because this is a little small for here, but really the big thing to notice is during the first meiotic division that those chromosomes are paired up. That is essential to remember. That's one way you can tell meiosis from mitosis, is that in the first set of stages the chromosomes are in those pairs, homologous pairs, or sometimes they're called tetrads. And then you notice in the second set of phases it looks very similar to mitosis, except that there are 2 cells going through those phases. And then also to notice at the very end, those 4 cells, those chromosomes are a mixture of blue and red. That's to show you that it is got new genetic combinations. So a little bit of chromosome from one of the pairs with the rest of the chromosome from the other, and that is what is in that gamete or that sex cell to potentially become fertilized. I definitely want you to watch through these animations, especially this one. This will showcase crossing over, which is the process that happens during prophase 1 for new gene combinations. Okay, let's compare, because obviously these words look very similar and they are different processes, and we don't want to get them confused. We want to be able to compare and contrast them. So in mitosis, this is occurring in all of your body cells. The DNA is copied before cell division happens, and at the end there are 2 identical daughter cells. That is important. 2 identical daughter cells. We can also call those daughter cells diploid. That means they have a full set of chromosomes, which is what you would expect for any body cell. It goes through the 4 stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, just once, and then there's 1 cell division at the end. Whereas meiosis produces 4 cells instead of 2, and they are called gametes. They are sex cells because they are haploid, which means they have half of the chromosome number of the full set. So if the full set, the diploid number is 46 in humans, which it is, the haploid cells would have 23 chromosomes. So that's only half of the DNA of a diploid cell. And then these gametes, during sexual reproduction, are going to combine and fertilize each other, and then that's going to restore the diploid number. That means it goes back to the full set of chromosomes. Meiosis also goes through those stages, but goes through them twice, and sometimes is said to have 2 cell divisions, because the first set of phases then splits into 2 cells, and then after the second set of phases it splits into 4. Oh, there it is. Also to note about meiosis, meiosis has the chromosomes in pairs during the first set of phases, and also has crossing over, which occurs in prophase 1, which is a very important part of meiosis. Definitely want you to watch through that comparison and be ready to compare and contrast these 2 processes on your quiz and on future tests.